Hi, I'm a grade 11 student at York Mills Collegiate and I'm openly gay. I attend the French immersion program here. Stereotypes for gay people, I guess, that I got was that you have to have a bunch of piercings, a bunch of tattoos, and you have to be really bold with what you say. You have to realize that before you actually come out, so I came out in grade 9, that was 2 years ago, but I knew about it in grade 8, but I had to accept it myself before I actually went on instinct with what I wanted to do. So once I started accepting it myself, I was okay with it, and I started opening up to more people. It really helped with what I was going through at the time, because I didn't really know that that was a major problem that I was having. My parents were really accepting about it, along with the rest of my family. My brother's also gay. That's kind of irrelevant, but it kind of helped as well knowing that it was already accepted in my family. I wouldn't say that they didn't help, but they were supportive, but not in a way that they were egging me on to do something. They knew that whatever I would do would be what I wanted to do and whatever would be right. Okay, one thing I would say now is that ignorance is taught, arrogance is also taught. You don't find a kid who just kind of goes, oh yeah, you're gay, you know, I don't really like you. That's not, you aren't born with that idea, you aren't born with those morals, you aren't born with those values. You get taught whatever you think is right, and sometimes that can be wrong, or sometimes it can be right, but it's really up to you. It's kind of like a nature over nurture, is that it? Nature over nurture, and it depends. I had to end a lot of friendships, I guess, because of that, but later on it showed me that, you know, maybe it wasn't really the best thing because they couldn't accept it and they weren't as open-minded as I wish they would be, but it happened, so I had to deal with that as well. You just kind of get together and you kind of figure out who your actual friends are at the time, and then you realize which ones would accept you as a person, which is what I had to figure out on my own for myself. It's hard to find people that you can have fun with, but at the same time know that you aren't being judged.
For a long time, I think there's no blind.
Yo, how do you deal with yourself every day?
There's no. Look at that. The only like. There's no blind. She doesn't look. She doesn't look. Maggie. There's no blood in this.
It's a different kind of point of view that you get once you start accepting it yourself, you start opening up, and then you start seeing all the differences in everything that's just happening around you, because you don't really see it before, but once you actually start thinking about what you're doing and thinking about, wow, do they like me or not? Like, is this a problem? Am I gay? Like, is that a problem for you? You don't really know until they tell you.
Good enough?
Sometimes you can make really great friends with someone, and then you tell them, oh yeah, by the way, I like, you know, girls, or, you know, for guys, I like guys, you know. It's different when they say, oh, sorry, you know, I can't be friends with you anymore because you changed your name, you changed your identity, you changed everything about you, I don't know you anymore, you aren't the same person. It's hard to stay in one friendship for a really long time just because values can be different from person to person, and you're kind of rolling the dice when you make a friend, so you don't really know what they're accepting, but I don't think that should really matter. because it just depends on what you accept yourself. And the first thing that you should accept would be you, instead of what other people think. And then I guess your family. Your family is pretty important. So you should include them in the spectrum too. But yeah.